Good morning, students. So, in the previous video, we had discussed organizational plan. So, today, point number 6 in business plan is the details about financial plan. As we know that finance is a lifeblood of any organization and it brings together 5 M's, which is man, material, machines, methods, and the money itself. Now money attracts money. If you have money, you can have further money. Okay, so if you have the ability to manage cash, then you can actually borrow money. Many persons will be willing to lend to you and you can have a very successful business. So money is very important, and if you know how to get money, how to manage it, and how to generate the cash flow for the investors, then you are going to be a very uh, important person in this world of business. Now basically, let me share with you, for example, whether it's a share market or the business, it is not necessary that you have huge amount of your own fund. It is possible to borrow once you have a very good idea. We know that there are various angel investors and venture capitalists, those who are willing for a good rate of return. If you are able to give to them, then it's possible. But to convince your investors, it is most important for you to have a financial plan. Apart from the investors also, once you have received the money, then absolutely there has to be a discipline while use of funds. We know that in case of Vijay Mallya, he was successful in procuring or getting the money, but he was not very good in managing it. So financial plan will ensure financial discipline. It means that whatever money which you have received should be able to used properly without any wastage, and there has to be efficiency. So whatever money is used in the business, that has to be used in an efficient way to generate optimum profit, or to reduce the cost, or to reduce the time. So before deciding about these factors, we should be very clear. Before we start planning for our finances, we should be very clear about the requirement, how much money we require, which are the sources available for getting the money, and we also should have clear assessment about future revenue or cost or profits, cash flow, what should be the inventory, what should be the loan amount, from where it will be, at what rate of interest. So we should have these projection abilities. Any businessman will have this projection, only then he or she will be willing to start the business. Okay, once you know that you are able to have a very good profitability, stable cash flows, and optimum level of inventory, and you will be able to repay the loans, then you will be willing to set up the business. So this clarity is important. So financial plan is basically a projection of key financial data. Okay, projection, it means future prediction is most important. Then what key financial data we get? Now we come to know about potential investment needed, कितने पैसे लगेंगे वो पता चलेगा, and economic feasibility. Okay, when we prepare financial plan, we exactly come to know okay, how much profit is expected and how much cash flow is expected. Now they have given one example of Gillette company. So in today's time, it's a very giant big company, but at one point of time it struggled. So creditors were running after the owners and directors to give their money back. Fortunately, they got the finance, and we know that it has become a global giant. Objectives of the financial plan. This financial plan will explain to all the stakeholders, but generally investors are more interested that how an entrepreneur will meet all the financial obligations, and how he will be able to maintain liquidity so that he can pay the debt, it means interest, and he can provide good rate of return, that is dividend, for shareholders on the investment. So in any business, these things will lead to stability in the business. Okay, so when you are able to meet your financial obligations, and if you are able to pay to your debenture holders and bankers on time, as well as when you are able to give good rate of return, then they will be happy and willing to invest in your company. So in this diagram we can see that in financial plan, basically funds are there. Finance means money, money means funds, and funds are actually provided by the investors, and funds are obtained from the revenue. So basically funds क्या करता है, मेहनत करके funds revenue को generate करता है. Okay, and this revenue, after keeping the profits aside, is distributed amongst the investors. So this is basically the meaning of this concept. So investors give funds, funds are spent to generate revenue, from revenue some part is retained, and after this retention investors are paid back. Okay, so this is basically a cycle. Now elements of financial plan. Now basically at least 3 years projection is required, and for that we use various projection techniques and tools. So our outside investors will be able to get some information from our projection. They will have clear picture कि कितने पैसे लगेंगे, कहाँ से आएंगे, कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होंगे, कितना कैश ऑलरेडी है, एंड व्हाट विल बी द सेल्स फोरकास्ट फॉर coming years. Now components of the financial plan. In financial plan, the first important part is investment decisions. Okay, pro forma means projected investment decisions. So whatever funds which you are going to receive, how much you are going to invest in your fixed assets or long term assets, and how much you are going to invest in working capital, there has to be clarity about this. सपोज बहुत सारे पैसे फिक्स्ड एसेट्स में लगेंगे, तो फिर आपको डिबेंचर ज़्यादा बोरो नहीं करने हैं. ओके, बिकॉज क्या होगा, बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे फिक्स एसेट्स में, लॉन्ग टर्म एसेट्स में लगा दिए एंड डिबेंचर से बोरो कर लिया, तो हैवी इंटरेस्ट स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द डे 1 आपको पे करना पड़ेगा, एंड काफ़ी सारी कंपनीज इसमें अनसक्सेसफुल हो सकती है. सो कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर डिसाइड करने के लिए, डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो डिसाइड करने के लिए, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हाउ मच यू नीड टू इन्वेस्ट इन फिक्स कैपिटल एंड हाउ मच इन वर्किंग कैपिटल. Okay, so when I say fixed capital, it means that you should be clear how much money you require for land and building, machinery. Okay, then preliminary expense, it means starting or one time expenses, and you also should be clear about how much you need money for working capital. Now apart from this, working capital means short term assets. Okay, so point D and F are similar. Apart from this, if you want to invest some amount for research and development, there has to be a clarity. Okay, because this amount will not give you immediate cash flow, it will take years to get back this money, though it is very important, so you should have provision for this. So as I have already explained, it will help us to decide the optimum capital structure or debt equity ratio. Then second part in this financial plan is pro forma financing decisions. It means you should summarize all the potential sources of finance from where you can get the funds. Basically there are two types, owners funds or the borrowed funds. Now we know that purely equity or purely debt is not advisable, we should have proper mixture. Now this proper overall mix which is best for any organization, which will depend on many factors, but you should decide this ratio in such a way that your risks are minimized and your returns are maximized. third thing which is to be mentioned here is pro forma income statement. Income statement is profit and loss account. It will ultimately give you the net profit. So you should have projected net profit. Ultimately when we wish to buy a car, तो जनरली हम ये सोचते हैं कितना देती है, व्हाट इज़ द एवरेज. सो बिजनेस में भी इट्स लाइक एवरेज, भाई कितना प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. सो to arrive at this, you should have forecasting of projected revenues, which is sales and incomes, and projected expenses. You can forecast monthly, okay, for a better decision making and better projection. And to do or forecast sales by month, you can use various forecasting techniques. Now here they have written few techniques. Marketing research. Through market research you get some information about projected sales. Industry sales, बाकी इंडस्ट्री में कितना सेल हो रहा है, you get some idea from that. Buyer's intention or survey of buyer, okay, through that you get some information. You can have opinion from experts, or you can get डेटा अबाउट सिमिलर स्टार्टअप्स जिन्होंने आपकी तरह बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था, उनका स्टार्टिंग में कितना सेल्स था. सो यू गेट सम आइडिया. एंड इफ यू go for trial experiences, for example you have conducted pilot survey or let's say test marketing key, okay, in a smaller area. From that you also get some experience ke how much you will be able to sell if you increase your scale. So for these projections we should follow conservative approach. What Vijay Mallya did, he was not conservative in the approach. Conservative approach means that try to see that you are doing minimum forecast of sales and maximum forecast of expenses. खर्चा ज़्यादा forecast करो, sales कम forecast करो, okay. यानी worst time के लिए prepare रहो, उससे तो best होने वाला है, तो you can survive. If you do the reverse, then basically there are more chances of your business getting shut down within few months or years. Now conservative approach will give more credibility because investors will prefer the company whose forecasts are conservative, okay. Then pro forma cash flow. You also need to prepare cash flow statement, which you must have prepared in your accountancy. Projected cash flow statement is basically subtracting projected cash payments from the projected cash receipts. And here outstanding expenses or income receivables are not concerned, are not taken into account, because these are not connected directly with the cash, okay. So in last year Saritha Sari shop question was solved by us, and we know that there is a difference between preparing प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट एंड द कैश फ्लो. कैश फ्लो में सिर्फ पैसे वाले आइटम्स आती है. फॉर एग्जांपल डेप्रिसिएशन पीएलएन में अकाउंट हम करेंगे, ओके, एक्सपेंस की तरह, बट वो कैश आउटफ्लो में नहीं लेंगे बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली वहाँ से पैसे नहीं जा रहे हैं, ओके. देन फॉर दिस कंपनी कैन फॉलो कैश इन लेस कैश आउट अप्रोच. मीन्स इट्स कॉमन सेंस, ओके. ओनली देन you will get cash in hand. Here also conservative approach is needed. Then pro forma or projected balance sheet. Once you know projected income statement, projected cash flow statement, then pro forma balance sheet you can prepare, wherein you will reflect projected assets, projected liabilities, and ultimately net worth, okay. Difference between assets and liabilities is the capital. Then break even point, you should know how much minimum units you should sell so that there is no profit, no loss. Break even is useful. उससे पता चलेगा कितना मिनिमम तो हमें बनाना ही पड़ेगा और बेचना पड़ेगा. एंड इफेक्ट ऑफ चेंज इन क्वांटिटी और चेंज इन प्रॉफिट. वी नो PVR, प्रॉफिट वॉल्यूम रेशियो, ओके. प्रॉफिट वॉल्यूम रेशियो ये बताएगा कि एक एक्स्ट्रा यूनिट बेचने से आपके कंट्रीब्यूशन में कितना फ़र्क पड़ेगा, प्रॉफिट में कितना फ़र्क पड़ेगा. देन वी कैन डिसाइड और वी कैन हैव सम कंट्रोल अबाउट सेलिंग प्राइस. ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट से पता चला कि भाई इतने सेलिंग प्राइस पे इतना एक्सपेक्टेड है, ओके. तो अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन सेट द सेलिंग प्राइस, सो दैट आपको पता ही है कि इतना सेल करना पड़ेगा और इतने पैसे रिकवर करने हैं, तो इट विल इनडायरेक्टली हेल्प यू टू सेट द सेलिंग प्राइस सो दैट यू कैन हैव अ ब्रेक इवन पोजीशन. Then profitable options. You know, multi-product companies may we know that कि some products are giving more contribution and other are giving less contribution. So we can have more focus on the profitable products. Next we have economic and social variables as a part of this report or plan. Now we also need to consider abatement cost. When we are using the environment, many times businesses leads to pollution, and in order to control the environmental damage we need to incur some cost. Okay, sometime wastage treatment plant needs to be set up or to help the people around in the locality. So these things should also be taken into account. And socio-economic benefit which is expected from the business. देखो business से क्या फ़ायदा होने वाला है ये भी तो बताना है. Okay, some things are not directly connected with money, then also it should be considered here. For example, employment generation होगा if you start the business. Import substitution. ओके अब इंपोर्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा अगर आप वैसी चीज़ें इंडिया में बना रहे हो तो. एक्सपोर्ट प्रमोशन आप ज़्यादा बना के यू कैन सेल. लोकल रिसोर्स को आप यूज़ कर पाओगे, वो एरिया डेवलप कर पाओगे. एंसिलराइजेशन, एंसिलरी यूनिट्स, यानी अगर आप कोई बड़ा प्रोडक्ट बनाते हो तो हो सकता है कि उसके छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स बनाने वाली फैक्ट्रीज आपके आजू बाजू में लग जाए. तो एंसिलरी यूनिट्स, सपोर्टिंग यूनिट्स विल बी सेटअप नियर टू योर फैक्ट्री. So these things are the part of financial plan. Then we have human resource or manpower planning. Now as we know that human beings are most important persons driving the organization. So to build a loyal, efficient and dedicated personnel we should have proper human resource planning. Now in manpower planning what kind of benefits we get? So it will help us to know what kind of people are required. Okay, so manpower planning में we should know कि कौन से टाइप के लोग चाहिए. we should have proper classification. So basically we need people with necessary qualifications, skills, knowledge, experience and aptitude for work. You should decide कि which type of skill set you require, which type of qualifications you require, what kind of knowledge and experience you require, what kind of aptitude, what kind of attitude you expect from people, those who wish to work for your company. So ये broad criteria becomes clear. And here businessmen should clearly state कौन से टाइप के persons हायर करने हैं. And each one should have different positions, duties and responsibilities. There is a wide range of people which you require, so you should have subcategory. How many managers or supervisors or administrators or engineers or technical, skilled, unskilled, semi-skilled, all these different types or variety should be clear कि कितने टाइप के लोग आपको चाहिए. Then कितने लोग चाहिए for each type. Second question which you get the help from this plan is how many people you actually require. So it depends on various factors कि भाई टोटल कितना काम है, ऑन एन एवरेज एक पर्सन कितना काम करेगा, कितना एब्सेंटिज्म होगा, व्हाट शुड बी द लेबर टर्नओवर, व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड लेबर टर्नओवर, कितने लोग काम छोड़कर जाएंगे. यू नो व्हेन अ पर्सन इज लिविंग द कंपनी देन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग दैट कि देयर इज वर्कलॉग. ओके, छोड़ता है तब वो काम करता नहीं है, न्यू आने वाले को स्टार्टिंग में काम करने में टाइम लगता है, तो देयर इज लॉस ऑफ वर्क. ओके, एंड वी नो दैट व्हेन एम्प्लॉई हैज़ ऑलरेडी रिसाइंड एंड उसको न्यू कंपनी में जाना है, यू नो ऑल टुगेदर इट्स अ डिफरेंट फीलिंग. वो बॉस को भी एटीट्यूड के साथ वो बात करके जाएगा. सो लॉस ऑफ वर्क इज सेड. सो लेबर टर्नओवर इज़ ऑल्सो टू बी टेकन इन टू अकाउंट. कितने ऑलरेडी लोग हैं, क्या फ्यूचर में प्लान्स होंगे एक्सपांसन के, ये सब फैक्टर से पता चलेगा कितने लोगों की ज़रूरत है कौन से टाइप में. And third thing which you can understand from this organization plan is the procurement of right person at the right job and at the right time. और वो कब हो सकता है, when you have clear HR policies, rules and regulations pertaining to selection. देखो HR पॉलिसीज भी होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल देर आर फ्यू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिन्होंने डिसाइड किया है कि वी वॉन्ट टू हायर द पर्सनस whose academics is throughout best. ओके कुछ ऐसी कंपनीज हैं जो एकेडमिक्स को बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देती है, स्पेशली इन ऑडिटिंग फर्म्स और लीगल फर्म्स, कंसल्टेंसी फर्म्स. कुछ ऐसी भी कंपनीज है, क्रिएटिव कंपनीज है, जिनको एकेडमिक्स के साथ ज़्यादा लेना देना नहीं है. ओके तो उनकी पॉलिसीज़ थोड़ी अलग होगी रिक्रूटमेंट की. वो ऐसे कहेंगे कि कितना क्रिएटिव, कौन से टाइप का उन्होंने अलग अलग फील्ड का एक्सपीरियंस किया है, क्या क्रिएटिव काम उन्होंने किया है, कितने अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट्स हैंडल किए हैं. सो दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग. अगर कोई स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड कंपनी है तो वो देखेंगे कि एकेडमिक्स में इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, क्रिएटिविटी भी इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. उनके लिए है कि कितने स्पोर्ट्स में कितने मेडल्स या क्या अचीवमेंट उन्होंने हासिल किया है. So all these things are very important. So HR policies for hiring is important. So I hope you are able to understand the meaning of this human resource planning. Now in the next session we will discuss about the marketing plan, which is the final plan, and only 2 or 3 pages are left for this chapter. So I hope you are able to understand the basic meaning of this chapter. It's about business plan and it is connected with all this what we have already learned. Okay, so wish you a good learning time. Bye bye.